So, let me know if you would like to see those types of intro more often, or you like to see this. Yes, that was my old intro, by the way. But yeah, also let me know which character I should do in the next episode. Leave it in the comments below, and in the description below as well there will be the list of the rest of the characters that I'm missing to get to 20,000 power rank. Alright, let's get started. Hello and welcome to another JNMG video. I am your host JonNario, and today it is another 20k PR video. This time it is my Vanguardian. As you saw in the intro, it is my 20,044 power rank Vanguardian. I just recently done my daily, so pardon that. So 20,044 power rank. I have 203,603 physical damage, 87 movement speed at max, 242 maximum attack speed, 67.4% critical hit, that's a little bit low, and 1,318 critical damage. I do have 6,000 magic fund because it is loot day, so maybe I'll do a live stream today as well. So my gems are as follows. I do have a 2-1 critical damage class gem, so this one is perfect, so I'm happy with that one. I believe this one is one of each. I still don't remember, so one of each probably. This is a 2-1 physical, and my lesser gems are pretty much half and half, so 2-1 crit damage, 2-1 physical, 2-1 crit damage, 2-1 physical, 2-1 physical, and 2-1 crit damage. So pretty much half and half. Look at the power rank of this gem, by the way. 1,250 at level 15, like what the hell? That is ridiculous. So anyways, I do have a critical, well, not critical damage, a attack speed, movement speed gear. So yeah, I use this character the same I use the Neon Ninja, so it's mainly focused on speed, so attack speed, movement speed is mandatory, at least for me, because I do use a lot of basic attack. I'll tell you why in a bit. I do have a stellar level 1 ring. It's magic fine, so yeah, whatever. Rat the Berserker, because this is a speed farming character. Speed farming characters, I always use Rat the Berserker, Trailblazing, the combination, especially movement speed build. Same with Conjurer's Crucible Vial. I will use Conjurer's Crucible Vial on every single character because it is the best vial for magic find and for prolonged grinding. And Marshall because I want to deal the most damage possible, and obviously sort of crazy subclass because I like to get sometimes the movement speed buff and the attack speed buff and all that good stuff that you get from the subclass. So let's get started with the Vanguardian. How do I talk about the Vanguardian? You probably saw in the title. This probably is Trove's strongest class in the game. But you might be thinking, John, but you said the Candy Barbarian is the best overall class. I did, and I will still say that it is. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that class is the strongest. It's just the best because it is used at any portion of the game, and it is good at anything. And it is a starter class as well. This one, it is good at everything, and it is strong, powerful, and you know, all that good stuff. But for the most part, this class is really easy to, well, not really easy, really hard to get, and not to mention it is pretty hard to use. Look at that world boss. So this class is honestly Trove's strongest class. It has everything that you want from a class, same as the Candy Barbarian. But it does have high DPS, unlike the Candy Barbarian, which is around average. It doesn't have a lot of utility, like the Candy Barbarian, because I'm going to compare this one to the Candy Barbarian a lot, because the Candy Barbarian is the best overall, and this one is the strongest. It is a strong, over-the-top class. This class is really powerful. Like, the basic attack does 3 times damage, by the way, 4 times damage the uppercut, and you have pretty much a built-in pyro disc, which gives you a plus 30 movement speed. So pretty much this character is built in for speed farming dungeons. And what about the range mode? Just, you know, the range mode is just, it's not bad. Like, honestly speaking, the range mode is not bad, but it's only useful in shadow towers against Titan bosses, especially if you have something like a tank, or if you're, I don't know, running around like an idiot. But that is the only thing I see range mode being useful, because it is a little bit weaker, granted. It has the stronger buff out of the two of them, because this one is like more of a movement speed buff and a little bit of damage, but the range mode buff, it gives you more 50% more damage, and also it gives like pretty much gives you I believe it's like 50% attack speed. I don't remember how much is it, but it is more geared towards Shadow Tower. But this, with the Fist or melee mode, it is more geared towards dungeon farming and pretty much everything else. And yeah, this class is amazing. It's so powerful. Like, every single multiplier is just either ridiculously hard or really useful. So yeah, this eye laser beam that you can spam like crazy, by the way. So you can spam the eye laser beam like crazy. What's the ability called again? Eye beam. Well, pretty straightforward, I guess. So the eye beam ability, you can spam it really quickly. And you know how much damage that does? 8 times damage. So yeah, it does the same damage as the Knight subclass. So 8 times damage is really high for an ability, by the way. And something that you can spam really quickly. This character pretty much has the fastest burst damage, well, the highest burst damage out of any character in the game. Well, yeah, technically, yeah. It is faster than the Gunslinger, because the Gunslinger is 7.5. It has better or prolonged DPS, the Gunslinger, obviously. But this character's, like, look at this. I'm not gonna use a flask. This boss has more health than usual. Granted, I do have 63% critical hit, so I might not even kill it, but you can spam, like, look at that. If I had 100% critical hit, he would have died pretty much instantly. It would be dead. And that ability is just ridiculous. Same goes with the range mode, Hadouken type attack. You can spam it like crazy. And in my opinion, that the range mode is a little bit better, even though it does a little bit less damage, but it does have a lot more AoE and it feels more reliable. Unlike this one, you feel like you're not hitting anything. So you go into a dungeon and, oh my god, it's so ridiculously powerful. But yeah, it is really powerful. This class is honestly amazing, and it deserves to be like the expert class of the game. And it deserves to be like that expensive, because it is really powerful. It is honestly way too powerful. It doesn't have the best dodge though. That's one thing that I know that for a fact. The dodge is not it's pretty I would say it's like the Revenants or Knights. It's pretty bad because you stop mid animation, so yeah, you can tell that it doesn't keep up, it doesn't keep the momentum once you do a dodge, so it stops and then you have to run away like an idiot. But yeah, if you're using the Vanguardian, just go melee mode 100% of the time. If you want me to go range mode, I'll go range mode right now. There's no music because obviously I lowered the music and everything, but let's talk about the range mode. So yeah, you can tell that the range mode sometimes feel a little bit less reliable, especially when you're hitting multiple enemies and you are doing like something like a Cursed Skull. Yeah, the ability just feels, I don't know, the basic attack just feels kind of It's fun to run around like using the basic attack. Just seeing like going into everyone just shooting because you don't lose momentum. This is one of those characters that you're pretty much running at the same speed. So yeah, this is me not running normally, and this is me running with basic attack. So you can pretty much just hold down the attack button and keep attacking like non-stop. But you can tell, like, look at that. Like, there's a lot of hits that it really feels like you're not hitting anything. And if you have like this buff, I don't know the name of it, so sorry about that. If you had this buff, you have a 50% damage bonus, and not to mention you get an attack speed buff, so your DPS goes greatly. That's why I say that this mode is better for Shadow Towers against time bosses, even though the projectiles feels kind of off and kind of weird, but still time bosses are really big, so you can hit them really easily. And yeah, it is honestly amazing. This class is amazing, but the basic attack is just... the basic attack on range mode is rather eh. And this is the reason I say that this one is a lot better than the melee mode. So you can you can spam it as much as the melee mode, but it does have a lot of more AoE, so you can hit the enemy really easily. So you look at that. It does a little bit less damage, obviously, but it's still really good. Then I need to go back to melee mode because melee mode just feels a little bit better. Something I did not notice, it was that you can actually bomb your way straight down into this dungeon. I always did it in the normal way because I didn't know where the boss is at, but yeah, now I know. But yeah, this class is honestly another complete class. We're on a streak like first of all, it was the Ice Age. The Ice Age was the first, well, not the first, the second complete class. Because the first, I think, is the Knight, and I do believe it is a complete class. By I mean complete class, it is a class that you can do well from as early as the beginning portion of the game. If you start and you unlock the character, you're already doing it well. And at the end game, it doesn't like become weak or anything. It just maintains, it is not the strongest, it's definitely not the weakest. It's just a jack of all trades that does everything that you want from a character. So yeah, the Knight, it is one. The second one is the Ice Age, the third one being the Candy Barbarian, and now the fourth one being the Vanguardian. So we're on a streak. Like, the last 3 episodes were the Ice Age, the Candy Barbarian, and this one. One of those classes that I haven't done. It is also a complete class. I might consider doing it unless other people want to do another class. Want me to get to another class to the 20,000 power rank. And yeah, this has been bugging me for like the last couple of days. The lag! It's just ridiculous. It's not from the game. I know Trove is laggy by itself. I just think, God damn, it's Trove. But my internet has just been awful lately. Like, god damn, it's been really annoying. And yeah, it's been very upsetting. But yeah, I've rambled all too long, and I still haven't said how to properly use this class. You're seeing on screen, you pretty much just go into a dungeon and punch the punch the boss until it dies, or spam your I-beam until you ran out of energy. Then just punch, and punch. And yeah, that is, I think that's all I have to say for the Vanguardian. Just use critical damage, attack speed, or movement speed. I honestly would recommend you to use movement speed at least. You can use critical damage if you want, because this ability has the potential to one-shot because it does 8 times damage. This character has the same potential, but pardon that burp by the way, the same potential as the knights in terms of one-shotting. So it is honestly good for to one-shot enemies. So if you want to go critical damage for more damage, go for it. You will not miss it. You will not. You will not regret it, to be honest. But I will strongly always recommend you to get movement speed, because this class does have, like I say, a built-in pyro disc that gives a plus 30 movement speed, and you can run around faster than pretty much every character in the game, except the Neon Ninja. The Neon Ninja is the only class that it will beat this character in terms of raw speed. But this class is easier to use than the Neon Ninja and is a little bit more forgiving. You can tell I have 60% critical hit, and I'm pretty much destroying this dungeon. Well, not this dungeon, Uber 9, because this is U9, and it's honestly really, really good. But yeah, that is all for today. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think on the at the Vanguardian in the comments below. Also, let me know which clash I should do in the next episode. There will be the list of all characters that I'm missing in the description. So yeah, there will also be a playlist in the description below if you are missing like one of those characters, and if you want to know why do I think of each and every single individual character. And yeah, that is all for today. Leave a like if you want to help the channel grow, subscribe if you want to see some more content like this, and that is all for today. Once again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Take care and keep on hunting. And I messed up my intro, well, my outro. Well, rip. And remember, the Vanguardian, it is the strongest class in the game, but it is very expensive. See ya.